Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson and I'm the WCPW review guy. I know I need to shave. I'm starting to look like Kevin Owens' fatter older brother. It's ridiculous. And yeah, this is episode 16 of WCPW Loaded and this is the review. So let's jump into it. Well, before we do the Loaded review, let me go ahead and do the Reloaded episode 1 that was released, I believe, Thanksgiving Day on What Culture's wrestling page, not the official WCPW page, but Reloaded is basically just a recap show, which I'm glad they brought back. They did it at the very beginning, and they quickly got rid of it, which I like the Reload or the recap show. But what makes it a little bit different is they added 2 matches on the show. So yeah, in case you missed it, here is the review of that. First up, we hit 3 jobbers that we weren't even introduced to, that the host, and I'm blanking on the host's name right now of Reloaded, but he just dubbed them the VIP Club. It's alright. Alex Shane called him Jobber Jobison and Eddie Enhancement. Who was the other? Oh, Sam Squash, of course. But it's a VIP Club versus Primate. Primate just fucking rapes him. Like, it was just ruthless. So Primate just destroys him. And then we actually had the last quarterfinal match in the APTTT. And it was Amin and Kid going up against the Coffees. You know, we get to see Mark Coffey team up with Joe for the very first time. And yeah, good match actually. I'm not gonna lie, Prince Amin did pretty well. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still kind of, did a thing where he hung outside and, wouldn't come in. But when he finally did came in, he wasn't in too bad. But the Coffees ultimately overtook it, and they advanced to the semis. So there you go. There is your Reloaded review. So let's go ahead. And overall, like I said, I like this Reloaded thing. I hope they keep going. This way we get more matches in a week, which is always a plus. And yeah, what's more to say? If I had to, rank those matches, I'd say, my least favorite would be the Primate Squash match, and my favorite would be the tag match. But they're both good, both entertaining, both fun, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's move on to Loaded. Now, first thing, it's just a minor thing, but, see, typically I don't watch the Loaded on the What Culture Extra. I know we can do it the day before or whatnot, and I usually just wait till, it comes out on YouTube on Saturday night. And so that way, there's less buffering issues and whatnot. But then, of course, we get, well, that's really it. Just not less buffering. But they uploaded the last segment first this week. I don't know. Literally, the very first segment that popped up on the TV, on YouTube was the post-match stuff after the main event, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? So I actually did watch it on What Culture Extra. I will say, it still has buffering issues, but not nearly as bad as before. So, there you go. So we'll just jump right into it then, shall we? We kick things off, Prospect backstage with James R. Kennedy. Well, 2 of the, 3. The main 2, Alex and Lucas. Because Drake has been given the job of going out and searching for Primate. Apparently Primate broke loose and is just running amok all over London. So Drake's out looking for him. Kennedy's like, I gotta go help him do that. So you guys get your tag match tonight against Moss and Slater. Will you be okay? They're like, yeah, sure, we'll be fine. Come on, we're Prospect. And then as soon as they leave, he's just like, oh shit, we're fucked. So yeah, a little bit of that. Then we get the Swords of Essex, or I guess I should just call them all the Pachi Club now, because that's pretty much what it is. Pachi Club comes out, and they just kind of cut a promo. More Will Ospreay cutting a promo about why he did what he did. He didn't even say why he did what he did. He's just like, my boys, hanging with my group, this is my crew. And then, of course, they introduce his girlfriend, B. Priestley, as a newest member of Pachi Club. So they can actually kind of, if they want to, they can kind of attack all the titles now, which is kind of neat. However, during this promo, Kirby comes out, low blows the Swords of Essex. And then, of course, he's tapping Will on the shoulder. Of course, Will thinks it's his buddy, so he's just kind of like, hey, Paul, give me a second here, let me finish this promo. And then, of course, he beats the shit out of him. It's great. Low blows him, throws him around. And then, of course, he's going after old Pacitti, who's cowered in a corner, but then, of course, B. Priestley low blows Kirby, and then they beat him down. And I was like, and the bad thing is, fans love Kirby, but Kirby has no friends backstage, apparently, because nobody, not a single person came to his rescue. No, not one. So, yeah, he's just getting beat down out there, and then, of course, my favorite part was Ospreay's just going to crack him in the head, and then of course with the pipe, the Kush, where the fuck that is. Then of course he's like, you know what? Pacitti get a shot in there, and of course Parmesan just lays in the weak. Like I thought Blancpain's slaps were weak, but my God, this is pretty weak looking. But anyway, there's just more about humiliation. But they finally get him beat down, and they exit. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a strong look for a Pacitti club actually. I guess I should really say more Swords of Essex, but you know. Technically, they're a Pacitti club, I guess. But this is literally, you know, I mentioned this on the video itself, or I commented on the comment section below. But this is like the strong, like brutal heel stable that I guess I was wanting Prospect to be, and now it's just like they're too far gone into comedic, you know, territory to ever come back to this, you know, area. But no, I'm liking it because I really like, because it's rare. I like the group, the Pacitti club. I guess minus Parmesan. Like he's great. He's doing great. But I mean, I guess as a fan, I'm just kind of like Parmesan. But I like Kirby. So I mean, it's given him a very strong, you know, faction to have to go up against now. So good all around, actually, really good. So throughout the night, we get different little segments of Drake trying to catch Primate. I'll just let her know that is a scary sight. Like you just imagine like walking down the alley in London, you turn corner, and there's Primate just snarling. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I would shit my pants. Just like right there, just like, oh, this is horrible. I'm so sorry. And then I would just cry and hope that he would just kind of pass me by. Like, hopefully, like the fecal matter that's in my pants, the smell would kind of get to him. He's a beast. He's a Primate. And he would just smell it and be like, and then he would just walk away. That's my defense. That I'm like a skunk. I just shit myself and. So, anyways, we get a Primate digging in a dumpster, and of course Drake tries to lasso him with a rope. We'll see how it turns. We'll keep coming back to this throughout the night. We'll see how it works out for him. Prince Amin, apparently he's got himself a Bollywood company, and he's got his first film, Gabe's Odyssey, which is just showing Gabriel Kidd getting his ass kicked over and over and over. And they're like, hey, who's gonna beat this? Who's gonna beat the streak? Because he's undefeated right now in losses. He's 0-10. According to them. I think the number's a little different. I don't know. I need to check my book, actually. But whatever, we'll go with it. He's been defeated a lot. He's yet to get a match. He's yet to win a match. Either in tag team or singles action. Like, he just loses constantly. So, but there you go. So, we'll see if Spielberg here can give himself an award. I don't know. Does Bollywood have, like, an Academy Award? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have, like, the Oscars over there. The Bolly Oscars. So anyways, back with Drake, he's finally got Primate lasso, but of course Primate is just dragging him. You know, it just makes you wonder, like, what's stopping Primate from just turning around, just unleashing all over fucking Drake? Apparently he just had a one-track mind. It was just to keep going forward, so lucky for Drake, I guess. So we get to our very first match finally. It is it's the semifinal match in the APTTT. Prospect going up against Moss and Slater. Alright, so let me just tell you guys all ahead of time. Like, you know, whenever I watch, like, I don't know, I don't watch it like, you know, there's a lot of comments. It's just a bunch of smarky little fucks. And I'm sorry if you're one of those smarky fucks that I'm insulting right now, but sorry you're a smarky fuck. Like, I watch it just as a fan. Like, I literally, like, you know, don't get me wrong, there's a smarky part in my head that is working as well, but the fan part takes over. I like Prospect, and I was just like, yes, I hope Prospect goes all the way. You know, is it the smart? Probably not, you know, but still, I like them, and they're a permanent fixture in the WCPW, so it's like, give them the tactiles, they'll have it. They'll have a good heel run with her or whatever. So that's who I was rooting for this entire time, but you can just see the writing on the wall already. Like, right off the bat, you're just like, oh, they're in trouble because Mr. Kennedy's not at ringside with them, and they don't have the strongest, you know, win-loss record. And it is, and like the wins they do have, usually it's cheating. So, and usually Kennedy's helping. So, but it actually is a damn good match. I mean, we get more of a squash match early on, which is like Moss dominating. But then at a certain point, you know, they turn ties. They start working over Slater. However, Moss comes in and just dominates them both. And then, of course, it ends with, of course, Slater hits that, you know, when Moss has the dude, like he had an Archer in the fireman's carry, I don't know what they call that, but then Slater comes off top with the diving headbutt. 1, 2, 3. Moss and Slater advance to the finals, and of course that will be at WCPW, or sorry, Delete WCPW. So we'll be crowning the new tag champions there, and they advance. So I'm like, all right. So they went ahead. Don't get me wrong, I've been a fan of Moss and Slater as well. Like it's one of those things where I like all the teams, especially, you know, these final 4 teams that's in the tournament. I do like them. So it's not going to be bad if Moss and Slater win the titles. I'm just saying from a personal, you know, like, I just want to see Prospect win. I just feel like we get more comedy out, you know, a lot of great segments of them just being tag champions. And I kind of see them being like the Edge and Christian of WCPW, where they would just kind of keep screwing their way out of it, you know, and maybe they just start like trying to get a title run with or up against Los Perspectivas, bring them. I mean, there's just so much thing they could be doing, but it's all right. Moss Slayer win, so they move on right there. We go back to Drake and Primate. This time, Primate got around the corner, and Drake's trying to pull the rope back. And of course, when he gets to the end, the rope's gone. He's gone. Primate's gone. He's on the loose, which is scary as fuck. So yeah, Primate on the loose in London. If you was in London that night, I hope you're okay, because he just destroyed you. Just spear after spear, and then he probably ate into your face, and then he ran away, because that's what Primate does. So anyways, we get a promo from Joe Hendry. Here's the thing. I do like Joe Hendry. I do. I like, I dig his comedic part, his whole like goofy doing songs like that. He's a damn good wrestler. It just, when you get him on the mic, I just don't feel it. Like, I don't know. Like, you heard Connors on the mic, and he's fucking brilliant. You've heard all the old, the superstars that come through, like Cody Rhodes and Kurt Angle or whatever, Aaron Stevens. They all cut these passionate fucking promos. And I'm not saying that like Hendry doesn't have the passion in him, because clearly he does. I mean, and clearly they're putting a lot into him, pushing him up the mountain here. But it's just like when I hear him on the promo, it's just like, it's so bland. Like, that's just my opinion. And I'm not, once again, hell of a wrestler. And I have no doubt that his match against Connors was going to be great. But I'm just saying, I'm just like, I don't know, he gets on the promo, I'm just like, buddy, like you're talking, I can't even hear, because it's just so bland. Like, there's no conviction, I don't know. He's better as chasing that mid-card title, doing goofy songs. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Now, I've been wrong so many times in the past. I was wrong about Kirby. I was wrong about just about anything else we've done on here. So I could be wrong, and I hope I am. I hope maybe, this does kind of light fire in his ass, and he's just like, I'm Hendry, bitch, and he does what he wants to do. But right now, he's just like, I'm going to win, and you're going to put me in a cage. And it's like, okay, I don't care. Like, seriously, Connors cut a way better promo. Seriously, that's all I'm saying. So, anyway, so we get that out of the way. So, we get to the last little piece of the Drake Primate hunt, if you will. And it's great, because if you look too deeply into this is very fucking disturbing. And we're going to go deep into this. We're going to go balls deep on this. Drake apparently kidnapped a couple of young guys. Just kidnapped them. I don't know if he drugged them. I don't know if he hit him over the head. If he tricked him in there. I don't know. He gets two guys and ties them up and puts them in a room. And then Primate is stalking around. He's smelling. And that's even scarier. Like, even though it can come off cartoonish, dude, Primate just looks scary. And when he's sniffing and looking around, I'm just like, dude, like, I'm crapping myself again. Like, I'm around that corner peeking around, and I'm just shitting myself. Like, I believe that Primate's a beast. But he has a Twitter account, so it does kind of shatter the illusion a little bit. Anyway, so Primate goes into the room. He sees these two guys tied up. And then Drake runs, knocks the thing out of the door, shuts the door, locks the door. Primate is locked inside the room. And dude, like, seriously, I just keep thinking about 28 Days Later. Like, every time I see Primate, he just looks like he's rabid. And dude, like, he's beating against the door, and then he turns around, and I'm like, there's still two guys tied up in there. Like, they're dead. They've been murdered. Like, Primate just killed these two guys tied to a chair. Poor bastards. Poor bastards. But anyway, so Drake accomplished his mission. He outsmarted, outwitted, and he captured Primate. He trapped him. There's no way he's moving him himself, so obviously that's Kennedy. Kennedy apparently has the mind power to do so. So, apparently, Primate's cool if you're a manager. Like, if you're a manager, you can control Primate, but if you're anything else, you're dead. Alright, so let's go on to the next semifinal APTTT match. It is the Strong Style Collective against the Coffees. So when Prospect was eliminated, I was like, well, my next team is the Strong Style Collective. I'm still not huge on Travis Banks, but I love Pete Dunne. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, Jack Swagger ain't got shit on him. I'm telling you right now. I hope Jack Swagger gets fired from WWE. They bring him over, and then he can job out to Pete Dunne. It'd be great. Make it happen. Anyways, so we get this match, and I'm just like, all right, come on, SSC. I want to see Strong Style Collective go on, beat these guys. And once again, just that smarky part in the back of my mind is like, okay, even if they win this match, which I was thinking face versus heel team at the main event, or at the finals, made sense to me. But I was like, if that happens, they're clearly not going to win. Like, they're clearly going to get the Moss and Slater, which they should, because Moss and Slater has been, you know, a very dominant tag team since the beginning, before there was a tag division. So, I mean, you know, I'm okay with that. But I was like, you know, they're going to get another win at least. And they did. Now, don't get me wrong. Hell of a match. A hell of a match. This tag match was very exciting. Whole time you're like, you know, and once again, just because you think SSC is going to win, it's like, well, shit, the Coffees could win too. Because once again, Joe Coffey is also part of this equation. And that's the other thing too, because it was so kind of unknown, because like, Coffey has been on such a losing streak lately, you just can't keep burying him like this. He's got to keep kind of coming up, and I understand that too. But I was just like, oh, well, you know, where are we going here? And like I said, the match itself was fantastic. I mean, once again, there was not a bad match on this card. Just, I don't know if I said that earlier or not. I'm saying it now. Every match was great. And like I said, this match was just, I was on the edge of my seat, like, oh shit, who's going to win? And then, of course, the Coffees win. And I was like, oh, alright. So, Coffees win, but then, of course, Pete Dunne and Travis Banks, they attack him afterwards. And then, of course, Boss and Slater come out for the save. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, Kirby got beat down gangland style, and like, nobody came to his rescue. Everybody else gets saved tonight. Coffees get beat down, then of course out comes Slater and Moss, Dunn and Banks retreat, and of course we get the stare down between you know, Moss and Slater and the Coffees, and they will be facing each other at Delete WCPW. So, and of course we're going to crown the first ever tag team champion. So really curious to see what happens here. You know, already everybody's already like kind of hinting toward Joe Coffey's heel turn. And I'm against it right now, because I'm like, this is too soon. Like, don't just put these teams together and break them up, you know. Because I feel like, A, the tag division needs to be strong. Right now, the tag division is actually really solid right now. And I'll get to that later on today when I do my top 10. But, like, right now, it's really good. We got a lot of good, you know, solid tag teams in there. So I don't want to see it break up for that reason right there. But on top of that, I'm just like, you know, Moss and Slater, they earned it. You know, Joe Coffey is one of my favorite, you know, WCPW wrestlers anyways. I'm really impressed with his brother Mark, so I mean, like, you know, this is going to be a good match no matter what. So even though my top two teams are out of the tournament, I'm still happy that, you know, we're going to get a damn good match regardless at the pay-per-view. So we're backstage, and of course Prospect are still drinking that, you know, they're drinking that celebratory champagne, but they lost. And of course Kennedy's just kind of like, what the fuck. Drake comes in, of course he's just arrogant and douchey. He's like, I did my job. And of course, Kennedy's like, you know, I need you to do a match for me. You gotta fight Rampage. And I'm just like, oh, Drake, shouldn't have ran your mouth, buddy. You should have came in supportive. I could have had more sympathy for you if you were like, hey, it's okay, guys. You know, we'll get him next time. Oh wait, I gotta fight Rampage. Shit. But they didn't do that. Right off the bat, he's just like, fuck you guys. I did my job. And they're like, well, you got another job to do. So he had her be addressed, so it was him versus Rampage. So yeah, next match, Drake. With James R. Kennedy in his corner going up against Rampage. Drake put on a pretty good effort, but he was no match for Rampage. Rampage fucked his world up. And hold on, was like, where the hell is Prospect? I know, like, even though he was like, Prospect, I don't need you. Kennedy's like, guys, I'm gonna need your help with this, and you know, he's gonna need your help out there. And like, they don't show up till the end. Doesn't matter. Rampage pile drives Drake, pins him, and then of course that's when the rest of them come out. But at this point, it really didn't matter. So yeah, that was that right there. We get a little backstage segment, which this is one of those few I literally laughed like really hard because it's just funny how it looked. But Mustache Mountain approaches the Strong Style Collective, which is a little out of character. I mean, if I'm looking at this like, you know, unbiasedly, it does seem like Mustache Mountain is trying to be douchey. Because it's like, why go up to this team who clearly doesn't like you? Like, Pete Dunne and Travis Banks have not proven at all that they like anybody. And they probably barely like each other. It's just they're teaming out of necessity at this point. So why go up there at all and just be, hey, you guys do okay? You know, it's like, dude, you should have just left him alone. Like, I would have been that guy. I was like, nope, I like Pete Dunne, but I'm not going to talk to him right now because he just lost a match. He's not happy. But they go up there, they go to shake their hand, and do like, of course, Travis Banks goes for it. Probably no reason I don't like Travis Banks. I'm like, why? What? Pete Dunne's like, nope. And he just takes the hand and he bites it. Dude, I laughed so freaking hard. I'm like, that's how I'm going to start shaking hands for. Like, you know how anybody puts their hand down, I'm just going to fucking bite it. It's great. And of course we get a big brawl right there, which I'm expecting will lead to the tag match at Delete WCPW. So, there you have it. And of course I should have mentioned that Rampage and he accepted the match, the Best of 7 match at WCPW Delete against Primate. Because after this segment, we get Rampage walking around backstage, and then Primate, who apparently Kennedy let loose, just fucking spears him in the hallway. Just took him down. And he just walks away. unlike Primate, but apparently he's like, yeah, I can be restrained. But they're going to have their first match of 7 at the Elite WCPW, which I was under the impression that it's going to be like every match is going to be a specialty match. But they haven't mentioned if it's going to be a specialty or not. Literally, it's just like singles match. That's it. There's your stipulation, a single good old-fashioned wrestling match. So wait and see, I guess. We will wait and see. Still looking forward to it. I like Primate. Not huge on Rampage, so I'm not really rooting for him at all. Like, I don't know, he just kind of, like, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, impressive in the ring, good wrestler, but every time he's given, like, a character or whatever, he just kind of fails at it. He's like, you're supposed to be, like, this dominant monster heel. He wasn't really that dominant or monstrous, and then he got screwed over. And then he's, like, supposed to be, like, you know, fighting back. And I didn't even buy that. I was just like, you're going to win because Damo's leaving, I guess. That's why you're winning this feud right here. And then he beats Blampier. I was like, well, it's satisfying to see Blampier go through a table, but at the same time, it's like, did your character really accomplish anything? Like, really? If you didn't put him, it would have been worse if you would have lost. Like, you had to put him through a table because if you didn't. And now he's like, oh, this is Primate, which he already was. Like, I felt like this feud is a little nonsense because, like, Primate already beat him at True Legacy, so, or not True Legacy, Refuse to Lose, so it's just like, well, was it Refuse to Lose or was it True Legacy? I think it's True Legacy. Sorry, I'm getting my events mixed up there. The elimination match. And I was just like, should we close the book here? Because I'm sure Rampage will probably come out on top. But I was like, your funeral, though. Go up against Primate if you dare. I think Primate's going to get it. I think he's going to get the first one. Just saying. Alright, so anyways, Primate spears him. So this leads up now to the main event of the evening. Gabriel Kidd versus Joseph Connors. And, you know, once again, this match was... In fact, okay, I forgot. Drake Rampage was my least favorite match of the night. Just, it wasn't anything personal. Good match, just I think as far as excitement goes. I mean, it was just kind of a one-sided affair. This was my favorite match, the main event, Connors and Kidd. And namely just for for Gabriel Kidd, because it was just a good match all around anyways. But the fact that, like, Gabriel Kidd was just giving it his all, and yeah, like, you have to get a win. But dude, he has all the heart in the world. And you were watching it and you were like, he's not going to win this match. Like, why would they go ahead and put Gabriel Kidd over Connors here? Even by like a screwy finish, that ain't going to happen. So we were all like, go, like, but it didn't matter. Like, literally, that smarkiness was out of my head. And I'm just like, go Kidd, go Kidd. Like, I'm a big Joseph Connors fan. I love that, you know, this fucking killer gimmick he has. I love it. He's incredible. But at the same time, you know, I'm still just like, go Kidd. Damn good match. And every time Kidd kicking those near falls, man, I was just like, oh, come on, you almost got it. Unfortunately, he gets caught with the Righteous Kill DT. Ends it. And then, dude, what follows is some of the best fucking shit ever. So he gets on the mic and tells him, like, you know what, I gave you an opportunity. You want to step in here. I told you just leave it alone. You didn't, so now you're going to get punished. And, of course, he forces a camera guy in the ring to take the pictures because he's going to send those pictures to his loved ones. How fucked up is that? Like, seriously, I'm just like, holy shit. And for the dark part of my mind was kind of rooting for Connors now. I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, he did warn him. I mean, yeah. But he pulls a chair out, puts it around his neck. And of course, it was just like his awkward, like he had it awkwardly, so it's just like he looked even dangerous, like more dangerous. He's up on top rope, and then the moment I never thought I would see, Prince Amin comes out to help Kidd. He tells him, like, listen, Connors, you've gone too far. And, dude, I couldn't help it but cheer. Like, there's no way you could not feel the warmth there. Like, even though Prince Amin is the biggest asshole, universally hated. Like, this guy, like, literally, as soon as those first notes hit, you just want to boo. Like, people were booing the music whenever Kidd came out because they didn't know it was Kidd yet. There was like, boo, fuck Prince Amin. Oh, it's Gabriel Kidd. Okay, yeah. But, like, literally, whenever it's Prince Amin, it's just automatic. He's a heat magnet. Like, everybody just hates him. And, dude, you couldn't help but cheer him. Like, literally, I don't care who you were. Don't even pretend like you weren't. You were literally on the edge of your seat going, yes, finally. You know, he's sticking up for him. And it didn't matter because, you know, Amin is a bitch. After all, he got hit once and it went down. But still, the thought's there, you know what I mean? So, you know, he hits him, then he goes up the top again. And, of course, out comes Hendry, which, you know, same thing. Of course, they fight for a little bit. Amin and the ref pull poor Gabriel Kidd out of the ring there. And of course, him and Hendry have a match, or have a fight, but then of course Connors gets the upper hand. And now he's going to do the same thing to him. But then out comes Drew Galloway. Oh, and that's the thing, like, once again, this is the guy, when he showed up, I didn't know anything about him, because he kind of, his rise to whatever, to stardom, happened when I was already out of the game. Like, I was done watching wrestling. So, like, this guy meant nothing to me. But, dude, he comes out there, throws Connors around. Connor gets out of the ring, and dude, he cuts one of the best. Like, what is it with like these former WWE guys cutting the greatest promos ever? Like, it is like you just let them get unleashed. It's like, dude, these guys could have easily gotten over and excelled if you gave them a chance to. Vince, fucker. But dude, Drew cuts one of the best promos. Like, because once again, Joseph Connors like took credit for like ending, or almost ending his career and taking like 3 months off his, off his career, and making him miss out on money. And dude, Drew Galloway cuts the greatest fucking promo. Like, so that's Hendry. That's how you fucking cut a promo. You gotta make it believable. And dude, he does. He cuts it, and dude, it is great. And dude, he's just like, I'm not just gonna try to hurt you, dude. I'm gonna show you exactly what you did to me. I'm gonna pummel your fucking face. And dude, I loved it. And then of course Hendry comes out. They throw him in there, and then him and Hendry team up, beat him up, throw him out, and it's revealed that at Delete WCPW, the steel cage match between Connors and Hendry is now a triple threat match, and Galloway has been thrown in, which is huge. Like, to me, that means more than the Hendry Connors one. I'm sorry, Connors did not screw you out anything, Hendry. It was a fatal 4-way, and there are no rules. Is it a little underhanded? Yes. It is. I mean, but it's not against the rules. If it's against the rules, he would have been disqualified. Is it a dick thing to do? It was a dick thing to do, but come on, you lost. Get over it. Move on. Your second loss, yeah, you got screwed on that one. But, it's your fighting Joseph Connors. At this point, you should have known it was coming. So I just feel like Hendry is just pissed for no reason. Like, at this point, I'm like, dude, move on. Go back to the mid-card for a little bit and have fun down there. But, dude, Galloway has legit beef, and he cut a legit promo. That was good. So, like, that to me is, like, what you were looking for. Like, I'm seriously, like, if Hendry... I don't mean this in real life, obviously, but if like the character of Hendry got injured beforehand, it was just a single match, I'd be okay with that. Like, it would not bother me at all, because this is a feud. This is a steel cage feud match right here. So yeah, but that's how we end the show right there. So yeah, overall a damn good show. Like, seriously, from top to bottom. Their WCPW Extra, or What Culture Extra, channel's doing a lot better now. Not as glitchy. I'm still kind of nervous about the pay-per-view because I feel like more people will be watching it, at that point. But yeah, overall, boom, one of these numbers. 4 great matches. Best tag match was clearly the SSC against the Coffees. Great tag match, but the match of the night was easily the main event. And once again, it made Gabriel Kidd look a hell of a lot better than he has in months. Actually, it's probably the best I've seen him in since, the thing. And the thing is, like, this kid wrestles elsewhere. Like, because I always kind of forget, like, all these guys, they have an indie career outside WCPW. So, and I'm sure he's doing good out there, but I guess it's the best he's looked, period, in this thing. So hopefully this will kind of help propel him out of the Prince of Mean, servitude thing, and then hopefully kind of boost him up the ranks a little bit, and who knows. So yeah, that's it. That's my review. Guys, let me know what you thought of this event. Drop those comments down below. Guys, tune in here in a little bit, probably about another half hour to an hour, and I'll be busting out the unofficial WCPW Top 10. Guess what? The tag division has expanded from 5 to 10 now. There you go. So yeah, you'll see the full rankings if you tune in. So that's all I got. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Share and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, show this video that thumb and love. Follow me over on Facebook and Twitter. Links are right down below. And yeah, that's all I got. And also, don't forget that Delete WCPW is this Wednesday on the What Culture Extra. I urge you check it out. The card is stacked, and I'll kind of go through the card this Tuesday, actually. I'll do a pre-show, so there you go. All right, guys, one final thanks, and until next time.